The chips may be selling off on Trump's remarks, but my next guest says he's seeing lots of investment opportunities, and that's outside of the semi, since there are now two catalysts driving this rotation from growth to value. Let's turn to Charlie Bobrinskoy. He's vice chair of Ariel Investments. And Charlie, at a time when the Republican Party is being almost completely reinvented, you think the stock market is still an old-fashioned Reagan Republican. Why is that?
Well, you can see it in performance. I mean, when I say the stock market is an old-fashioned Reagan conservative, it's because the stock market likes free trade. And the stock market actually likes immigration more than people remember. And so the market can get a little concerned when people start talking about tariffs, because the market believes that there's often not just one-sided tariffs, but they become trade wars. And so a lot of our companies export goods around the world, particularly software companies, but also agricultural equipment companies, grain companies. We export a lot. And if there is a trade war, that's not going to be good for corporate profits. So that is where the market would kind of like the old Republican Party rather than the new one. Yeah,
and I guess that people say that's where the role of the state steps in to kind of guide policy, no matter where the stock market might want to take you. I thought kind of putting the small cap rotation in this context, Krishnamamani's tweet made me laugh yesterday when he said, as a holder of small caps, I'm enjoying the rotation, but as a long-term holder of small caps, I know it won't last. Do you have a view on that?
Well, actually, if you look long term, all the way back to when we started studying whether small caps did better than large caps, they've done very well. Small caps have beaten large caps by a lot since data first got compiled back in 1926. It really is only in the last 15 years or so that large cap growth has been so strong. So we would like to see a return to history in which small cap value did very well. And one of the things that is helping that is a return to more normal interest rates. Very high interest rates are tough on cyclical stocks. They're tough on smaller companies who have higher borrowing costs. You know, Microsoft and Google and Amazon can all borrow basically treasuries.
Low rates were also bad for small caps. So whether the low rates of the 2010s were bad, and here's another note that I chuckled that sort of caught my attention. It's from Eric Johnston over at Cantor. He said, earnings in 2024 for the Russell 2000 are expected to be, you probably could answer this, the same as they were in 2021. The exact same. 3 years, zero earnings growth. This is what small cap holders have had to contend with.
And that's been a tough economy. That the high interest rates have had a lot to do with that, and high interest rates have had a lot to do with the tough housing market, have had a lot to do with auto companies not reporting great profits. So we do believe that we can get a return to more normal profits when interest rates drop to more normal levels. That's going to be good for sectors, including banking, that make up a big part of the small cap value index.
So just one final comment on this then. You know, a lot of people, I expect yourself, might say the same thing. It's good to see a rotation away from something where it's only 5 stocks that are the entire market. Does it have to be into small caps, though? I mean, couldn't we just be talking about the S&P 500, and that's been part of this, or industrials and healthcare and energy and that sort of thing? I mean, does it have to go all the way to small caps?
It'll be both, Kelly. It'll be rotation and a broadening of the market within the S&P 500 away from those top 7 stocks, but it's also going to be in small cap value. There are factors that help different sectors more than others. Lower interest rates help small cap more than large cap. They help value more than tech. And then, frankly, less regulation. We haven't talked about it. A Trump victory would mean better banking regulation, better energy regulation, better for-profit education regulation. All of those things are looking favorable for small cap value.
Yeah, and you think the two catalysts here have been better inflation data, higher probability of a Trump win. Your comments about that, as you mentioned, deregulation is one aspect. I mean, do you think they're going to allow more mergers? Because obviously J.D. Vance's comments are getting a lot of attention. Now, I would say, even from reading them, he appears to be directing his criticism mostly at big tech. I don't know if he'd have a problem with energy sector mergers, for instance.
I think that's just directionally going to get better. It's been very tough to do mergers in media, particularly tough to do mergers in banking. I think across the board, we're going to get less pushback on acquisitions. And again, that's good for small cap companies. It's usually the large cap companies that buy the small cap. And when you have low M&A volumes, which we've had for the last 2 or 3 years, that is the lack of a catalyst on the upside for small caps. So I think you're right that Vance doesn't like big technology companies buying everybody else. but I think he's going to be okay with banking mergers, oil and gas mergers, manufacturing mergers.
And quickly, we've talked a lot about names you like in the past, how Oracle has done well. You've got some energy names like Apache, some banks like Northern Trust, Residio and Adtalem. Quickly, what's the deal?
Adtalem is a for-profit education company that educates nurses. We need a lot more nurses.
Yeah.
This administration, the Biden administration, hasn't liked for-profit education. That's been done very well as it looks more and more like Trump's going to win.
Residio.
What was the second stock?
Residio.
Residio is home thermostats. So when people remodel their homes or build new homes, then Residio, the old Honeywell thermostat business, does better. It's actually had a pretty nice run already, but it'll do even better if interest rates keep dropping. All
right. And I think we've actually had Adtalem on the show, so maybe it's time to revisit that. Charlie, appreciate your time today. It's great to check in with you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Charlie.